Hey YouTube, welcome back to my channel. As you can see, I'm just playing some Lego Star Wars. It's not going to be about the game, this video. Suppose you can argue you'll get to see some rough gameplay. I'm just going to be talking about some stuff that is my mental health, basically. I've had a tough day today. So if you've come for a review of Star Wars, this isn't it. Maybe click off the video. If you don't believe mental health is a real thing, or you don't support mental health, you know, click off this video. It's not for you. You know, I'm not here to preach, to tell people what you got to believe in. I know some people don't think, some people in my family don't think it's a real thing, you know. So I have made some notes as well, so if I suddenly stop playing, I'm just looking at my notes. I've had a bit of a shit day today. That's the thing with your mental health. You can have, you can be surrounded by all your mates. You can have a fantastic, you can be on a beautiful holiday in a beautiful part of the world, and your mental health can get you. You can be the richest man in the world, like Tyson, I can't go up there. Tyson Fury, for example, he's an advocate for mental health. He doesn't have to worry about money, does he? He's got a beautiful family, and yeah, he openly talks about being in a dark place. So, yeah, I'm on my week off basically, and I think I know what's happened. I've had counselling. I try to understand my mental health. I try to. I know it's unpredictable, but the counselling I had. I'll get into the counselling and stuff, but oh, do you believe in mental health, motherfucker? I didn't realise the bad guys in this bit. Yeah, so let's get back to the video. I don't think I've been taking my medication because I need a routine, okay? So I need to be getting up. I normally get up at 7 at the latest on a work day. Up, see to the dog, get dressed, ready for work, and you know, get myself sorted, have a coffee, and take my medication. Where, you know, I'm on my week off, you know, so I'm not setting the alarm and getting up whenever I feel like it. Oh wow, this looks fucking lush, doesn't it? Yeah, I better not go down there. I get too distracted if I go down there. All I'm doing is just going to talk, and rather than just stare at nothing, I thought I'd put this on. And wherever these Lego fucking coins, just, I'm trying to go for one of the trophies. I think you got to get 1 billion of them or something. Anyway, getting back to it. I'm sorry if I get easily distracted, you know. Yeah, so I haven't been taking my medication this week. And it does prove, it reinforces how important my medication is to me, you know. Oh yeah, I was going to show you. Yeah, I shouldn't buy nice stuff, right? One sec, I'm just going to, hopefully I don't knock the camera. I've got this Godzilla collection, right? And it's not a cheap collection. But I haven't really spoke much about Godzilla on my channel, I don't think. But yeah, I got this. I don't know if you can see this. Yeah, I got this collection, right? It's Blu-ray collection, and it's got, how many Blu-rays are in it? It's in like an art book as well. So it's like an amazing collection. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 Blu-rays. Okay. So, on Amazon normally, I had this on sale, right? Normally, this goes for £150. Okay? This is to do with my mental health, so I'm going somewhere with it, okay? I think I did knock the camera, did I? Yeah, sorry. Just set it up there a bit. Yeah, so, you know, you got the discs in there. Maybe this is quite hard to show you. But basically, if you look at this one here, I couldn't get the fucking disc out. And rather than being patient, I just ripped it out, and I ripped the art book. You know, that's something I've done before, and I remembered last time I done it, my head goes. Not saying I got a problem, maybe I have got a problem with my anger, but yeah, today then, that was over a year ago I did that. But then, anyone that's been watching my channel, I was in Comic Con last Saturday, so almost a week ago. It's the reason I booked this whole week off. It was the reason I went to London in the first place, because Comic Con landed on my birthday, which I couldn't believe my luck. Looking back, I did enjoy. It was the worst one I've been to, but looking back, I did enjoy. But the best pickup I had, right? I'm getting upset now. The best pickup I had was that Chun-Li picture, and it was the last one. It was the artist's display fucking one, and it was worth going basically just for that. So of course I want to put it up on my wall, don't I? So I'm not going to put it up with blue tack on my games room wall. Again, if anybody's seen my channel, all my pictures are framed. I bought a nice frame, went about yesterday. I got frames for all my stuff. So I put some of my King of Fighters from the Bitmap book I bought. They look absolutely stunning. I bought 4 A4 frames, and they're not cheap frames, okay? And I bought 3 A3 frames, and that Chun-Li picture's an A3. And fuck, for some reason, the other ones, the Predator went in fine, and I put another one went in fine, but for some reason the white frame I bought, I couldn't get the back on it, and it was really, I don't know if it's a design fault, but I don't think I was doing anything wrong, because I put all the others, this was the last one, I just would not go in. I was about 15-20 minutes just gently trying to put it in, and I got like a knife, like a bread knife, not a bread knife, a butter knife, or whatever the fuck it's called. I got a knife, you know, to make sure those metal prongs were out of the way and stuff like that. Oh, I just couldn't do it. And to cut a long story short, I ended up losing my temper, and I smashed the frame up again. I was leaning on my coffee table. It's like my brain just it's quite worrying actually. My brain, by the time I realised what I was doing, it was too late. And I put a massive hole in the fucking Chun-Li picture, and it really upset it. I can't even look, it's in the bin now. Bit of me thinks maybe I can save it, but I can't. It's too upsetting. I might try, I've got the guy's Instagram. I might try and see if I can get in touch with him and buy another one off him or something. Then you got postage to worry about, and I don't know, maybe I don't want to look at that picture again, because it'll remind me that I'm not... thing with mental health, you make 5 steps forward, you take 4 steps back, and it's and you know if that's a fucking saying, I just made that up, didn't I? Yeah, it catches you off guard, and today it really caught me off guard, because I am happy, I'm in a good place, you know. The last 12 months have been insane, how much I've overcome, and like I bought my first house on my own, you know. There's nobody, it's not me and my partner, you know, I'm not married or anything like that, it's just me and my dog. You know, so it's quite a big deal. So yeah, there's loads of positives in my life. I've got good friends. I'm surrounded by good friends. And then I don't know, it's just like... So yeah, I'm disappointed. So I've been thinking about that today. It happened a good couple of hours ago. So I've had a good clean of the house. That normally helps me. Hoover the entire house, and... I'm going to take, it's too hot to go out, anyone in the UK can vouch for this, it's too hot to take a dog out until the sun goes down basically, so I'm going to go about 9 o'clock-ish, we're going to go for a nice walk tonight. So yes, I just wanted to talk a bit more about my mental health, you know. So, a quick backstory I suppose of my mental health. Right, let's just find somewhere where we can go and we won't be interrupted. I am looking at my notes here, guys. Again, I'm sorry it's not the usual kind of fucking content I put out. Again, I won't be offended if it doesn't get any views or anything. I might even delete it. I don't even know if I'm even going to upload it, you know. I might upload it. There might be some horrible fuckers out there think it's hilarious. Well, more power to you. If you've never suffered with mental health, I'm really happy for you. Anyway. So yeah, but backstory, where I think my mental health issues started. I had a very good childhood, but when I was 30, I want to say 29, 30, I think late 20s, my parents got divorced, and at the time I was having a bit of a hard time with my job as well. It just seemed like normally if you've got problems at home, I got this weird attitude. I don't know if somebody told me, if you've got problems at home, don't stay at home. You know, like people used to phone in sick. I can't come in, I got problems at home. Now the old me used to be, well, why don't you come to work? Get away from the problems at home. That's the way. I don't know if it's the way I've been brought up. I don't know. But then, if you got problems at work, at least you got something good got something good to go home to, kind of thing. But yeah, so I had that going on. Not that I was living at home when all this happened, thank fuck. But yeah, so my parents are going through a divorce, and I was having some shit going on in work as well. Yeah, I won't go into what happened. I will eventually go into like Curry's and stuff. I was an assistant manager in Curry's. And yeah, there was something going on where I was used, basically. I hadn't done anything wrong, but I was used to get rid of another assistant man. I was an assistant manager, and they wanted to get rid of another one. So I was used as a pawn, if you like, to get rid of the other guy. So I didn't realise. I was too naive at the time to realise what was going on, right? So it was nothing to do with that. Parents have divorces all the time. I am thankful that I wasn't like a child. It would have traumatized me probably if I was any younger. You know, I was an adult. I know how the world works. Do you know what I mean? But yeah, so once I found out what was going on with work, I was always like challenging myself. I was always like even from a little kid, when I was like 7, 8-year-old kid, I got into swimming, and then it was like, if I didn't like someone in swimming, I try and beat them. So that was my challenge. I'm not gonna stop training my guts out until I beat that person. And then all of a sudden you're the best swimmer in the club, your age. And then you think, right, okay, well, starting off I wanted to beat the girls my age. That's how bad I used to be, right? I've never been naturally good at anything. I've had to work my ass off for everything, okay? So then you work hard, then there's another kid, then there's a fat kid who's like ranked number 1 in Wales, and you think, right, I want to beat that little shit. Then you beat that person. Then there's someone that looks at you funny from some part of England, and you think, right, he's better than me, I want to beat him. It was always like, I was always like pushing myself, like for all my life, from like the ages like 7 or 8, I can remember it, right? So with Curry's, once I sussed out what was going on, I thought I'm wasting my time here. I could stay there, you could say company for life, there's no such thing, but I could have stayed there comfortably. I was on the management course, and you know, I would eventually, the next step up would have been to have my own store, so financially I would have been fine, but I wanted out. They got rid of that other assistant manager. My job was safe, but I thought, nah. So I changed jobs. I went to work for Sony. I was going to say a company called Sony, but I'm playing on the Sony PlayStation. So it was for Sony, for the laptops, for the Vaio. And it was a bit of a challenge at the start. But then, and again, this isn't a flex. This isn't me saying how good I am at work and stuff like that, or used to be. But I wanted to be the best salesperson in the UK, and we had a competition to win a Sony tablet, Vaio tablet, and it wasn't fair at the time. I was in Swansea, and they didn't take into consideration who, like, everyone had to sell the most laptops. I didn't think it was fair that whoever's living in the smaller cities like Swansea would have to compete against Manchester, London, and all these big, huge cities. But to cut a long story short, I did. I outsold everybody. I beat my actual target by 100 in a week. I sold over 100 laptops, more than my target. But again, that was the focus I had. That's how I used to handle. I didn't have time to think about my mental health or how damaging working so hard was on my mental health. But then I got bored of that. Everyone was trying to beat me. I coming up with these different ways to motivate myself. So my next challenge, one thing led to another. I wanted a new challenge. I found myself, I was living in Spain, and I wanted to do, to become a dive master, a PADI qualified dive master. I'd never scuba dived in my life. Obviously I had the swimming background, so I wasn't worried about water, and I was confident underwater and shit like that, you know. So I did have an advantage over the average person. So yeah, I did that. That went really well. I was going to say a bit more, but yeah, so basically that kept me going. Finished that, I did 6 months in Spain, come back, found myself back in retail management straight away. But it wasn't a challenge. You know, after about 2 months, the stores I was working in were like the top. So my mental health started to waver, and I thought, okay, so I'll have a couple of drinks. I had a good shift in work. I'll have a pint or two. Then on the way past the off licence, I'll call in the off licence, buy 4 cans of Stella. Then the next day, I have a shit day. Don't worry, Tony, I tell myself, I'll have a couple of cans tonight. Before long, I don't know if anyone can relate. You're drinking every single night. My career was going really well with retail. I did step away from it, or tried to step away from it. But then before I knew it, I was a regional manager for a fashion brand, believe it or not. A shit brand, I'm not going to lie. I won't name and shame them, not in this video anyway, it's not about that. But I wouldn't say I was an alcoholic, or maybe I was an alcoholic. I never missed a shift, but I had this thing where I never once set my alarm to get up in the morning. So some mornings, on a Monday, right, I was living in London, I'd have to be in Stoke, and it was 3 trains I had to catch, and I had to leave my flat in Kensington at 4:45 in the morning. Obviously I had to have a shower and all that shit before, right? Never once set my alarm, but what other people, and I was doing the job, what other people didn't realise, I'd have a bottle of fucking Malibu, a litre bottle of Malibu, every single night. I'm talking like seven nights a week I'd be drinking. It got to the point where then some nights I'd have a bottle of Malibu, or I'd have like a bottle of wine and 4 pints. So it was an expensive fucking hobby, but I got to the point where I couldn't not drink, because my head would go, and that's like, again, I did know mental health was a thing, but I didn't think I suffered with it. I was a little bit maybe old-fashioned, you know, maybe snap out of it kind of thing. I just convinced myself, because I was quite a good salesman, I was good at selling the idea of having alcohol every single night. Like, if I had a normal day, I didn't have a good day or I didn't have a bad day, my brain would come up with some kind of reason to celebrate. Let's go and have a bottle of Malibu. And I ran every single night when I was in London, okay? Yeah, so looking back, it was a little bit crazy, and how I was able to work. I never had a sick day. I used to, though, looking back, I used to catch myself in the mirror sometimes when I'm even working in fashion. There's mirrors everywhere, innit? I think, fuck, look at the state, don't you? I used to laugh. I just looked like a drunk. Sometimes, I remember once I had a meeting with like the heads of fucking Debenham store in Reading, and I just knew I stunk of fucking wine. I just knew it, and I gulped a little bit. I thought, oh, shit, because I knew this manager's office was tiny. I knew they were looking like, yeah, this guy stinks of booze, like, do you know what I mean? And I thought maybe I'll have a night off. So that lasted for about 2 or 3 hours, finished my shift, and I'm back in the fucking off licence, you know? I was drinking all sorts. Anyway, so yeah, it got a bit crazy, you know? Cut a long story short, I'd moved around different jobs, needed new challenges or whatever. I managed to stop drinking, right? Somehow, first person I told was my mother. I thought, I think I got a drinking problem. And because I was changing jobs, some of them weren't the best paying jobs, like what I was used to. When you're a regional manager, you can afford a bottle of Malibu. Probably afford 2 bottles of Malibu a night if you wanted to. Probably I wouldn't be here now if that was my fucking poison, you know. Yeah, but the thing is, what I noticed, all right, was I did talk about I got out the gaming before a couple of years ago, because I noticed that my drinking, I used to come home from work. I got antisocial. I didn't want to go out with anyone. I just wanted to go home on my own, put my headphones on, get absolutely blind drunk as quickly as I could, and play my PlayStation 4. That was my life. Go to work, and literally, as soon as I leave the shop, I'd want to be steaming drunk. I didn't want to think about all my problems. My head was like intrusive thoughts, I've later found out. That's what they were called. My head would go into a dark place. So my way was just numb it out, you know? That's what I thought. And I honestly thought that this is the rest of my life will be like this, you know? I couldn't see a way out of it. So I made it was a brave decision back then. The brave decision was I couldn't see a way. I either stop drinking, I had to get rid of my PlayStation. So I practically give it away. I was selling my games on Facebook. I'm not going to call him my cousin. This knobhead that I happen to know, the family knows, let's say. I just was so desperate to get the PlayStation out of my house. I basically said, if you buy 2 games off me, I'll give you the PS4 for free. That's all I'm going to say, yeah? That's how desperate I was to get rid of this fucking PS4. So, I didn't have any games consoles. I didn't know at the time my GameCube was in my mother's garage, you know. But as far as that, I was done with gaming. I did have a couple of slips. If there was any alcohol in my mother's house, because I moved back home as well to help me deal with this problem. So I was taking it seriously. Went back to... if there was alcohol, I'd find it. Be like late at night, right, I'd be drinking a bottle of wine, and I had a couple of slip-ups. I'm not going to say it was easy. Look at me how easy it is. It's not easy giving up alcohol when you're used to drinking it, like, every single night for a couple of years, you know. And the last time, a tip as well, if you want to give up something, when I'd have a date, like say like on my birthday, that'll be the last time I ever have a drink. It was sort of like I go a week, then I go 2 weeks, and it was so much big build up. It didn't work for me. Might work for you, but it didn't work for me. I kept slipping, and it was like, oh my god, I got a month, and then I feel so bad then if I like slip and have a drink. Oh right, I'm back to day 1 again. So it didn't work for me. But I know the last time I was drunk was in my father's funeral, which was on the 13th of November 2019, and I don't care. You're allowed to be drunk in your father's fucking funeral, you know. I can't remember the last time I had a drink. It was a week or 2 after that, and I haven't touched alcohol since. And I gotta be honest, I don't regret it at all. I'd rather have a glass of Coke. And I'm not just saying that, I really would. Even in this hot weather, no cider's fucking nice in this hot weather. Nah, I'd rather have nice ice cold Coke, you know. So, I stopped drinking, great. However, my mental health continued to decrease, and it would get to the point where I would start seeing things. I didn't used to tell anyone. Once or twice I said to my mother, like I was seeing, like there was waves. I shouldn't be laughing, but it was funny at the time. It was like there was waves. I could see waves in my mother's living room on the ceiling. I was like, Mum, what's going on? And she was like, what do you mean? I said, can you see those waves? And she was like, what? And we put it down to there was like a paddling pool out the back for my mother's dog. Yeah, he's got his own paddling pool. Maybe it was the reflection. Maybe it was. But at the time, that's where we put down to, oh yeah, it's just that, don't worry about it. So I didn't worry about it. My mind would start, where I'd be numb with the with the alcohol, but my mind would go to like some fucking dark places, you know. Like I'd start like I remember I was on holiday and it was like a beautiful sight off this balcony that we had, and I was in such a happy mood. But the brain is clever; it catches you off guard. It'd say, right, we're on like the 13th, 14th floor, and it's quite a low balcony, the barrier, and my brain was like, off you go then, jump. I might have put both hands on the banister, and it was like nice and easy. There you go, jump off then. Nice and calm, little voice in my head, or like the thoughts. It's hard to explain, but if anyone suffers with these mental health, and it's like my brain would say, like when I'm riding my motorbike, it does it now, but I know what's going on in my brain. But before I understood what was going on, it's quite scary. My brain would tell me that tree is next to, like, no, same playing a video game. This post here, the developers put that post there, haven't they, for a reason. Okay, my brain would tell me while I'm riding my motorbike at 60 miles an hour down the road, that tree has been put there specifically for me to ride as fast as I can into that tree. That's on my brain. And imagine that every fucking day. Do you know what I mean? It was only a matter of time before I just go, boom, let's do it then. Do you know what I mean? And I just have to like snap out of it. But then my brain, why am I thinking it? I didn't understand it, okay? So finally then, I got the courage to go to the doctors. I thought I need to go to the doctors. I knew about 2 years earlier. I think it was my sister-in-law. Yeah, you think you need to go to the doctors. I don't think they realised the extent of what was going on in my brain. Like, I wouldn't talk about it. I told people I had a drinking problem. I think I suffer with my mental health. The second person happened to be that guy I used to call my cousin. He basically said, you got nothing wrong with you, your life's great. What have you got to be stressed out about? And you got nothing to worry about with mental health. So he was the second person I ever told. I thought, oh, maybe he's right then. But I look back and he's a fucking retard. Do you know what I mean? He was a drug dealer at the time. Anyway, it's not about that prick. So I finally got the courage to go to the doctor and went in because I don't like anything new. I don't like talking to. I didn't know if he was going to be a male doctor, female doctor. I didn't have any preference, mind. But I was like, what do I say? Maybe they're going to say, like, my cousin. They might have been like, my cousin, there's nothing wrong with you. Snap out of it. Do you know what I mean? You're a man kind of attitude. I just didn't know what to expect. And the doctor was out fucking standing. He said, you've been really brave. It might be some kind of spiel that they're trying to say, but it's what I needed to hear. He said, you've done the hard part. Let's get you better. Put me on. So I was diagnosed with, after speaking to him for a while, anxiety and depression. And he gave me some tablets. To help me sleep because the nightmares I were having were insane. The first lot, I couldn't sleep, but it just made me exhausted. Like I needed to sleep, but they weren't switching my brain off. And I went back and he said, look, we're not going to get it right first time, he said. We're going to work through this. He was brilliant. And that's when I started back exercising. I entered the Swansea Bay 10K. And he asked me, how's the training going? And, have you had a drink? Be honest and stuff like that. And I did slip once. And he said, look, you're honest. And he was really good, right? So I was going back and forth, found out the right medication. I'm still on the same medication now. And everything was going good. Sting started to look up. He was telling me, like, if you got any issues, you can take more of these tablets. You've got to take a lot of them to overdose on these tablets. Don't worry, if you need to take 2, you feel you need something stronger, take 2 kind of thing. Things are going great. What happened then? COVID fucking 19. So all the doctors, I didn't even think that you can just walk in the doctors now. So couldn't go to the doctor. I needed to speak to someone. But obviously I'm still taking these tablets. But then after like a month of not going anywhere, because we went into full lockdown. I did anyway. I did it properly. I'd leave the house with my mother's dog, take him for a walk, get my exercise in, daily exercise. But my confidence went. I got to the point where I was petrified to even go to the shop. We had to have food delivered, and it's something I still work on now. I've been to job fairs when I was unemployed and had to come out, because I mean, I've had full-on, and I mean full-on panic attacks, like head to toe, soaking wet, like, and they're exhausting. If anyone's had a full-on panic attack, they're not nice. They're exhausting. You feel like going to sleep. I do anyway. Within an hour of having one. That's how tiring they are. So I couldn't go to shops on my own. It's something like I went to London on my own. That was a big fucking deal, that was, for me. I had a little bit of nothing like a panic attack. My anxiety was going when I first went on the bus. But after I realised nobody gives a fuck about me, nobody's even looking at me, perfectly fine. Do you know what I mean? But that's from the counselling that I've had, okay? So I didn't really understand what was wrong with me. So I just found myself to deal with the anxiety, more and more of these tablets. I got to the point where if I was going for a meal or something with the family, I'd take about 5 or 6 of these tablets. And then I'd literally, there might be someone new in the family there. Like one of my cousins' new girlfriend might be there. Never met her. Oh my God, anxiety. She don't give a flying fuck. I know that, right? But my brain would be, no, something's going to go wrong. Something different there. Or what if I got to go to the bar and get a drink for myself or for people? Oh my God, like my family don't understand. Obviously my immediate family do, but my aunties and uncles and my grandparents, they didn't understand. So I think I'd be taking like 7, 8 of these fucking tablets. And it got to the point, basically, I lost my memory. I went missing. To this day, we don't know. I ended up going to hospital. I went out without my phone. To get a long story, I'm not going to go into it, but I lost, I don't know, but I had my Apple Watch. I still wear my Apple Watch. I think I left my phone in the house, and then everybody's looking for me, and I got like 1 or 2 memories, and it basically was dark, and I'm walking down my mother's drive, and I think I'd walked like 6 or 8 miles. My legs were aching like fuck. So we went to hospital. I had to speak to someone on the phone first, and they were asking me in front of like my brother, my mother, my sister-in-law on speakerphone, and she like, do you think about killing yourself? And I said, every single day, all the time, because I just thought, right, I wasn't really with it anyway, but I think I was switched on enough to hide it, but I'm so glad I didn't hide anything. So I went to the hospital. I wasn't allowed to leave the hospital because of the suicidal thoughts and stuff like that. She goes, have you got a plan? I did have a plan, down to, I'm not going to tell you what, it's quite dark. I had the plan even included what music I was going to listen to. I even bought a special hoodie to wear while I was going to, this plan had been in place for a couple of years, you know. I knew exactly what I was going to do. But that was the start, basically. So there was a mental hospital where a lady came out to see if I needed to be admitted in there. Thankfully, I wasn't. I didn't need to be. And they said, right, we are going to have a phone call, and we're going to basically give you the help you need. Right, great. So I had a phone call, and it was like a questionnaire. At first, I thought it was a load of bullshit, because I was diagnosed with OCD. Naive me, right? Naive Tony. OCD is everything's got to be tidy, everything's got to be in the shelves a certain way, otherwise you get annoyed. Or, you know, people say, oh, my OCD was playing up because I like everything tidy. So I thought, what a waste of fucking time that is. So I googled OCD, and if I remember right, it was type O OCD, and I thought, fucking hell, OCD is definitely what I've got. And this is where COVID came to my rescue, because I would not be able to go to counselling with my anxiety. To go there, to have the guts to go and to a building, you know, have a shower, get dressed, go to this building, to the hospital or whatever. What's the room going to be like? What do I wear? There's no way I could have done it. Because if I would have gone, I would have taken so many tablets to numb me. I would have been so out of it in the counselling. It would have been a complete fucking waste of time. So it was a Zoom call. And I think there was like 12 of us on this call. People dropped out, you know. First one was quite emotional. There was mainly women on there. And it was one or two, and they were better at explaining it than me. And I thought, she's explaining exactly what I've got. And it was very comfortable the first 2 sessions, but I went all in. It was homework, so it was 10 1.5-hour sessions over 10 weeks, right? So I went all in, right? There was homework. I need you to work on this, and then you need to present back. And like some people are like, oh, homework, really? But it was for our benefit. I didn't understand. And I went in all in. I couldn't have done any better, right? I'm so glad I had that attitude, right? I was like battling against, I was fed up with this voice in my head telling me what to do and how to think. And, you know, I got to do things a certain way. I got to touch things so many times, otherwise something bad's going to happen. Now I don't care. When I'm taking the dog for a walk, I'm like, used to be, right, I've got to walk this way round this lamppost. Otherwise something bad's going to happen. The dog doesn't know that, so I'd be pulling the dog back. No, this way round. Now I don't give a fuck. The thoughts come in my head. I'm like, yeah, whatever, shut your fucking mouth and I'll do what I want kind of attitude, right? The family were really good. I gotta say as well, the family and my close friends. When I give up alcohol, right, I didn't have family and I would have struggled with mates. Go on, have a pint, man. And like, go in, buying me a pint and... oh, it's only been a week since I quit drinking. Have a pint. I'll quit with you next week. No, all my close mates, they understood. And they were like, yeah, because we used to go to the pub quite a lot. Yeah, we all used to live a bit closer than where I am living now. But yeah, they buy me a Coke. And then one of my other mates, he'd start buying Cokes as well. So it was really good. Do you know what I mean? I want to add that. And my mother was fantastic with it as well, okay? So now I have a really good... so I'm looking at my notes. I'm sorry, guys, if this isn't making any sense. I might not even upload this. But thank you if anyone is still watching this fucking video, right? I'm just looking at my notes. So I have a good understanding of my mental health and how it works. 10 weeks isn't enough. A lot of the people that did the full 10 weeks agreed. I do think the NHS needs to have like... a follow-up or something like that, but unfortunately there isn't, right? But I understand when I have these, like I tell you, I had a horrible thought when Rossi, my puppy, when he was tiny, like he was in my palm of my hand, he was a tiny puppy. My brain said, right, as hard as you can. I was carrying him down the stairs. My brain said, right, as hard as you can, smash his skull up against the wall and do it as many times until his brain is splat. It's like, oh my God, why is my brain thinking of stuff like that? But it's just the way the brain works. Now I go, that was a horrible thought. Let's think of something else. I can just switch it off, whereas before I couldn't. That is upsetting, you know, because I love dogs and all animals so much, you know. But like there's people on this course, they were having these thoughts about their newborn children. Do you know what I mean? It's awful. I'm not saying that, yeah, maybe a child is more than a fucking a puppy, you know. Anyways, yeah, so I understand. I got a good understanding now, and how I can deal with OCD, the intrusive thoughts. And some of the exercises I learned on that course still used to this day, you know. But it is really important, right, for me to have a routine in my life. So, of course, this week now, I haven't been going to work because I'm on holidays. Do you know what I mean? I tell you, if I win the national lottery, millions and millions, I will have some kind of routine. I will have a job or some reason, my own business. I'll have some reason to get me out of bed in the morning. Because going to work, or the routine of going to work, is very good for you. It's very good for me anyway. And because I've had this fucking summer cold, whatever it is. No, it's not COVID. I haven't been exercising because I've got this fucking headache. Other than like light walks with my dog, that's all I've done this week, you know. So, of course, I haven't done the exercising and I haven't been taking my medication. I haven't got the routine going. So, again, looking back, I do feel terrible about what I've done to my fucking... I wish I'd done it to one of the other art pieces, not the fucking Chun-Li one. So fucking upsetting and annoyed with myself. But as I'm talking about it now, I'm understanding, I get it. I go back to work Monday. I'm fucking half looking forward to going back, you know. So back to today, yeah, gutted. I'm feeling rock bottom about it, you know. Then I had a message off one of my mates. Did I mean, there's a group chat. Funny enough, the boys were saying that were really good when I quit drinking and supportive, you know. Just a random message when I was talking about one of my YouTube videos, you know. So it did snap me out of it again. There's always good stuff going on, you know. But I'm at like a bit of a crossroads what to do right now. So do I let this beat me, keep me down, and win? Which isn't in my nature, okay? Or do I do something about it? Yeah? So I think what I'm going to do, right, like, I will let you know what I decide. What I need to challenge myself, okay? Because I've been off, it was my birthday on, I can't remember, Sunday, okay? Sunday was my birthday. So I found myself, like, reflecting on my life. And do you know what's nuts, right? I haven't challenged myself, like, for like years. I did enter the Swansea Bay 10k. That was a challenge. But I haven't, like... I've always had some kind of mental challenge or physical challenge. Something to occupy, something to focus on, you know? Something to look forward to, something to train for. And I got nothing going on. So, that's my thing. That's it. That's my fucking eureka moment, okay? So, I need to challenge myself, both physically and mentally, I think. Just to keep me, like, super focused. Because that's me at my best, you know? So maybe I'll look into entering another fun run or something, like another 10k or maybe half marathon or something like that, you know? Or, I don't know, maybe like something that's physically, but maybe something mentally. I've always wanted to do it, like learn Japanese. Now I know that's a fucking hard thing to do, right? I've tried it before and it's not fucking easy, right? Maybe I'll have to like go to college, you know, do it properly, not to fucking, oh, download an app or two, or watch a YouTube thing or something. I look into it, you know. I think rather than just giving up after a week or two, I think I will stick, even if I learn a fucking word a week or something like that. I think I'll, you know, I might change my mind. I might do something like that. But if I want to learn any language, Japanese would be my first choice, you know. Again, I might delete this video. I might not even upload it. I am starting to feel a lot better just talking to you guys, the random, where if anyone is going to listen. It's unlikely, you know, because it's what we're looking at. We're nearly 45 minutes already. But thank you if anyone is out there. But I suppose if I do upload it, okay, if this video, like, I was watching YouTubers and like, and they would start talking about their mental health and like Tyson Fury, and it did help me to know that other people were going through and have overcome. I don't think it's a cure. It's something I've got to deal with and learn more about, you know. So if this, me talking about this, is there anyone in the world, or is there anyone out there, it would mean the world to me, I'm struggling to get to talk about it. If anyone's really seriously struggling with their mental health, okay, please do me a solid, right? Just please do me one thing and seek professional help. Professional health. Sorry, my head's going now. If you're struggling with your mental health, this is important, okay? Do me a favour, seek professional help. Please do it. I've got friends, okay, I think are struggling. I'm not going to name names, but please do it for me. Seek professional help, okay? You look back, it might not be for you. It definitely was for me. It's one of the best things I've ever done in my entire life, okay? Or if you want to chat, if anyone wants to chat, I don't know how you direct message on fucking YouTube. I don't know if you can do it. But my Instagram, message me on Instagram. My Instagram is the same exact name. Tony Fight Alpha 2 Turbo, okay? Send me a message on there, okay? If I can help. Yeah, I will help, you know? Again, I think I'm gonna leave it there. Sorry guys if lowering the tone on this video. I might put it, I don't know, I might not. But I just needed to talk about it, you know. I think that's everything I wanted to say. Hope you've enjoyed my shit fucking gameplay. I haven't even looked, but looking at it, I got nearly 1.5 million of these fucking coins. That's pretty good, isn't it? Yeah, seriously though, please seek help if you are struggling though, okay guys? Leave it there. As always, love you. Goodbye.